Hey guys, so I'm going to be telling you how to draw this cute little daisy. And yeah, so this is going to be a very simple daisy, and all you will need is these markers, color sharp, but they have to be permanent markers. If they're not permanent, they won't look as good, but it's your choice. But they don't have to be color sharp. They can also be like Sharpie or just any kind of permanent marker. And you also need a green. I use color sharp, it's really good. And you need yellow. And if you want to make the lines thin on this instead of like thicker and bleeding through, you should use a Sharpie pen. That's pretty sure what I use. Or if you don't use a Sharpie pen or don't have one, you can use a normal pen, but it can just have in black ink. But just make sure you have those. Because if you don't, then that's not going to be the greatest. Okay, let's head right into this. If you're using permanent marker and you have like a table that you're using it on, I suggest you use 2 pieces of paper, because if you don't, it'll bleed. Because that's happened to my table a few times. So I suggest you use 2 pieces of paper. Okay, so the first step is just draw a circle, but make sure it's not that big. Sometimes I'll do this and then erase the stuff in the middle, but you can really do whatever you want, but just make sure it's a smaller kind of circle. And then do petals like this and surround the whole daisy flower with it. Okay, so I have my petals here, and yes. And the second step is, just draw little tiny petals in between each petal here. Like if you see where my pencil is, I'm making a bump right there. Just do that, but just don't make sure they're like that high, okay? Like see, that might be a little too short, but this is about how high they should be. About that high for each one. So I'll see you in a moment. Okay, so there is my finished drawing with the small petals in between. And if it's not perfect, that's okay, because that's just the nature of art. Because sometimes things look better when they're not 100% perfect. Whatever it is, it's okay. Be yourself with this. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to look exactly like mine. You can change some things up with it. Okay, and the third step now is to draw a cute little face on it. But make sure the eyes are right next to the mouth. Oop, that mouth sucks. See, sometimes I'll erase things too if I don't get them good. But, yeah. But make sure the mouth is like a U, but a little spread out. I'll see you in a bit. Okay, so there it is, the first part of the face. And next thing you'll want to do is grab your pencil and draw eyes, but make them right next to it. Like if you see over here, the eyes are right next to the daisy's mouth. So, yeah. But when you're doing it, make sure you just draw an eye and don't fill it in yet, because you'll know when I do the next step. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay, so there it is. And you see I didn't fill them in yet, because I'm going to be using my Sharpie pen, or just a normal pen if you don't have one, and filling them in. See you in a moment. Okay, So there is mine. And also make sure you trace the mouth with this. There we go. And next you want to be drawing the stem, which is just going to be 2 lines coming down straight from the top. Straight from the bottom. So if you need guidance, since your mouth is in the middle, go like this, and then put it up. And that's where you're gonna start it. Oops, forgot to angle it. And also make sure you angle it, because that's how they face. But if you don't want to angle it, it's perfectly fine. Ew. I actually don't think I'm going to angle this one because it's a little different than my first one. It doesn't look like it's looking off to the side. But I mean, that's perfectly fine if you want to do it an angle or not an angle. They'll both look pretty similar. Okay, so you have your stem. And then go in with your Color Sharp or Sharpie and fill that in. Or permanent marker. Make sure you take your time with this. Unless, of course, you don't want to, but I think you should try to take your time with this so it comes out good. So there's the stem, and then we're going to be drawing the flower pot. So next, we're just going to draw a straight line coming from the stem. Make sure it's not that long. It's not going to be a very big flower pot because it's only holding one flower. And then curve it downward, but not too much. Just a bit like that. And then put a nice little line. Okay, and that's for the flower pot. And then go in with your Color Sharp or permanent marker or Sharpie and fill it in. Try to make sure you don't overlap it, because if you overlap it, it's gonna look darker in some spots. But I only said try. If you're not that advanced in artwork yet, you don't have to. But just try. Okay, there we go. And of course, next are the leaves. So grab your pencil. I just noticed it said Atlantic City Electric. And then you have to draw your leaves. And when you draw your leaves, you're gonna have to make sure that the end of your leaf is not like a sharp point like this pencil, not that sharp, but it's gonna be like soft, like that. Okay, now you're gonna wanna draw your leaves, and here, I'll help you. In the middle of your stem, that's where you're gonna start your leaf, your first leaf. This one's gonna go out to the left side. So, right here. Okay, there's your first leaf. And for your second leaf, you're gonna make a little curved bump. Just that, okay? This isn't too hard. So there you go for your leaves. Now of course you're going to grab your green color Sharpie or just permanent marker and fill the leaves in. I'll see you when I'm done. Okay, welcome back. So that's your leaf, and for the last, one of the final parts, you are going to grab your yellow marker, permanent marker, and fill in the head of the daisy. Make sure it's a light yellow like that, because you don't want a really dark yellow or orange. Gotta make sure it's pure yellow. And try not to go into the black, because then it'll mess up your marker. Like, try not to color over all the black. It's kind of hard to get to those spots, but just try. See, I'm taking my time, and so should you, so you can get it perfect. I suggest you don't just go and scribble, but there you have the head. Last but not least, you're gonna get your Sharpie pen or pen, or just normal pen, and outline the leaf. See, look, that's what it would look like, just like that, without outline. And the right is outline, the left is not outline. And this one is more vibrant, so if this is a little of an optional, but I suggest it. So, see you in a bit. Okay, so there it is, outlined in this. So, I suggest you only outline that, because that's in white and it's going to be harder to see with pencil. But that's the finished drawing. See, it'll look like just the one I showed you in the beginning. And yeah, if you liked that video, please make sure you give a thumbs up and subscribe, because I need some help with that. So, see you in the next video. Bye. Oh, and I forgot one thing. Also, please say in the comments if you want me to do more of these drawing tutorial videos. So, bye.